Good afternoon, cauliflower fans. Oh, I'm on time today. What's really annoying is when someone changes the time of something and then arrives at the time that they didn't change it to. That was me yesterday at 4 o'clock. Cauliflower hair going on today. Yeah, apologies yesterday. I put a message out, didn't I, to change the 4 to 4:30 because I didn't think I'd be off a call. And I was on this call and I said, oh crikey, I'm going to have to go. I completely forgot that I said I'd be with you at 4:30. So I got off the call, didn't I? Came to do the movement snack at 4, wondered where everyone was. I think it was just Maddie and I and someone else. And of course, I'd all said to you it would be going at 4:30. Really sorry about that. Glasses are still on the wonk. I'm trying to encourage them to go back to from whence they came. Tea towel, got one of these going on. All right, oh deal. Vivian, did you have a good day yesterday, Vivian? Did everyone do nice things for you and spoil you? Tea towel. There we go. She's not in yet, so I can say I'll be going over to Mum's a bit later. Maybe picking up a nice thing on the way. We are going for lunch tomorrow, actually, so I am doing a nice thing for Mum's birthday tomorrow, and I am going to see her today. You missed the morning. I think it was Cows this morning, Maya. It's Cows you missed. So stormy Jeremiah, Jessica, whatever her name was. Flipping heck, she rattled through my roof tiles, I can tell you. Jillian with the G's in, Sandra's in. All right, Sandra. Tea towel, one of these. What have I got? Got some tugs, got some wrists, got some weight shift, got some back of knee raise over and out. I've got written down here. We got some tea towel back pushing and some outward tugging, elbow bending. That's what your notes say right here. Can't find me. Beautiful day, just back from a walk. It is. I hope it's like this tomorrow, Sandra. We're going to try and have a check-in, aren't we, tomorrow morning? I'll message you about that. There we go. It's noon. Noon is up. Just to 5, 6, 7, 8. And just to be clear, I am a cauliflower fan if it's baked in the oven. But that picture did make me do a bit of a chuckle. Made me chuckle a lot. I've got a cup of coffee on the go here that's been cold for about 30 minutes, I think. Right, ready, steady. Here we go. I'm in the kitchen zone today. Keep putting these down and losing them, so I'll put them there for now. Ready for some circulation boosting if you'd like. I'm in the spotlight again. Have some support close to hand if you'd like. Chairage, if that's your option. Weight even across both feet. Take your time to stand up or sit taller than you ordinarily do. Get moving. Have a moment of circulation boosting. In sit or stand, you might want to start with arms or legs, or go straight in all together, or take a more kind of gradual approach. So set the legs, then single arms, maybe change between the two, and then all in together. So a couple of moments, minutes literally, of more upright postures. Take time to lengthen through your centre parts. If you've got the space, I don't know, maybe do a few laps around the room or a few shuttle walks. The primary aim is to boost the circulation, bring in some more active sit or stand positions. If you're in a chair, have a hip walk forward. All of these moves can be modified, changed, adapted. Just pick the movement that feels right for you, singles or doubles. Just this upright position in sit with some meaningful, specific controlled arm marching is going to get all of your upper body landmarks on the move whilst increasing blood flow, so boosting the circulation. Your feet may or may not be involved in your day, so just pick all the moves that are right for you. Go for the low lift if you like, bring it all together. It's a couple of minutes of circulation boosting. But if you're feeling coordinated, there's the march and the arms. If that unravels your brain a bit, then have a pause, reset, and then build it again. So build it and it will come. I always think of Vivian and Paul when I say that, but from a conversation we had a couple of years ago now, I think, Vivian. All right, that's your circulation boosting. Ready for your tea towel. Let's get going with some tugs. So there's Rupert. Some wrist activity here. So some wrist loading, good for your bones and your functional grip. So you might want to hold tea towel here, or you might want to take your thumbs on top for a bit of tugging. Different directions. Just find, might be slower. You might have slower transitions, or you may just prefer to stay in one range of motion. So this we're kind of snapping. When you add speed and pace, you're going to need more grip. So you've got lots of different directional forces going through the wrist, and bone loves that. Have pauses in between, have a switch off, have a rest. You can do those in sit as well, of course. So all of that, a bit of tea towel tugging for functional grip, wristy benefits. And you might get some extra breaths that you want to take for that as well. So wherever there's something grippy, have a release as well, have a moment of switch off. I always say the rest periods are as significant as the active moving ones. All right, change of move. Here's your second move today. I'm going to go for weight shifts, hip knee move going on here. So I'll show you in stand, then I'll give you a seated option. It can be more or less of a balance challenge. So I'm going to remove the balance challenge initially and offer it as a range of motion activity. So side onto some support. So take up lots of support so you feel balanced and you have extra support. Shift this out of the way. You've got your standing leg. It's got all the body weight through it. So lift and lengthen here. And then the moving leg is a slow, it's not quite a flamingo swing because I'm making it more about the different ranges of motion. You might want to stop after each one. If I turn this way, I'll break it down a bit. So you have a controlled knee raise, a sweep back, squeezing through your buttocks, lift the knee. It's like you're stepping over something, press the heel forward and then back again. So I'm not actually making contact with the floor here. So it's a really specific knee extend, flex, hip flex, knee extend, hip extend. And it's more about finding those movements step after each one. Now, of course, the slowness of that increases the time spent on this leg. So it is about range of motion. So it is control that you will need. It can go smaller or it can go bigger. You're going to feel things like when you press the heel forward, you're going to feel perhaps that sensation of stretch that you get in the full planage. To do the other leg, I'm going to turn here to my support, take up support, shift the weight, pick up the knee, press. It's like a slow motion. Get some press back here. There's the back of the knee, step through. It could be as part of movement to support stride length, or actually, functionally, it's stepping over something also, isn't it? Now in sit, you're not going to get all of those types of ranges in sit because your leg is already here, look, at 90 degrees. So I'm going to suggest that you can rehearse the knee extending bit, toe down, and the slide back, so you can get the back of the thigh and the extending and the flexing, the straightening and the bending of the knee. You can also get some ankle movement there as well. So not so much resistance that it's uncomfortable, or you might want to be smaller. So it's knee bending practice, and you're using your shoe against the floor as friction here to generate extra movement at the back of the thighs. Note, I'm keeping the knees low. I'm not going for a big knee pickup for this movement. Have a pause. That seated option, you will need to create lots of space around the hips. So an upright posture is going to really support even more gains for that one. If you slump, it's going to feel a bit different. You're going to feel a bit squashed here in the middle. Okay, third movement is change of range, tea towel. Let's do a practice without the resistance. So imagine that you're pushing down. It could be that position you have to, you know, when you push yourselves up from bed, perhaps you're pushing up, or you're shifting yourself forward, or even lying down, or even sorting pillows and things behind, or even pushing yourself up on the side of a swimming pool. I don't know. Lots of applications. So in sit, hopefully you've got some space. It depends on the chair. So it's a tuck the elbows in and a press down. There, that's the movement. In stand, it's the same here. So you need some kind of chest stretch activity. You need movement around the shoulders. It's pushing through here. Now, if you bring in the tea towel, you can add some extra muscle activity, some extra activity. So you could take it here, add a little bit of an outward tug, just a little bit, and then it's a slide up and a push down. Now, because you've got that outward tug, you're going to get some extra shoulder blade squeeze. So you've got some upper back activity here, and it's pushing down there. Release after each one. So it's a relax on the way up and a little bit more effort on the way down. Depending on the type of chair you're in, will depend whether you can actually achieve that range. There you go. You'll need to have a hip walk forward. After a couple of those, have a release, have a stop, have a pause, have a switch off. Generally speaking, if you're spending time in one position, release from it, come out of it, go the other way. So that we're getting lots of different movements, not just staying in the same range or plane of motion. There. It's just squeeze. It's almost like a chest stretch with a back extension and an upper back squeeze, all morphed into one. And then my final one I have for you, here we go. Having gone that direction, we're now going to go the other direction. So working in opposition, without the tea towel, it's an arm bend and release. So all your everyday lifting muscles, front of arm, but we don't have any resistance there. The tea towel can offer that by taking an outward tug and then work through the elbow bend and return and release. You're going to get extra shoulders in that as well. So the direction of travel is out, so you continue, keep that tight, not maximal, but just add that resistance. You'll also feel in here, as you're pulling the tea towel apart, you're getting lots of resistance into the wrist as well. So your everyday functional grip, keeping that wrist firm is really encouraging strength and stability around the wrist. Just a couple of those. Have a pause. Wherever there is some strength-based activity involved, maintain your usual breathing. Have some breaths. Breathing's good for you. Have a release and a relax after each couple of times that you do it. So allow the muscles time to switch off, relax, and then go again. And that's where you get that improvement over time. That's all the moves. Recap is this. Tugs. The first movement was tugs in various directions. If you'd like to add to that, you can take a single leg balance to that. You want to add some balancy bits for that. You could reach away as well, reach up. You could play around with that direction of travel on the tugs to increase the balance challenge and reactive steps if you would like, or not, as the case may be. So just go seated. Then I had a weight shift and knees and hips. So this was back, right, forwards and then sweep back, rehearsing and practicing, straightening the leg, bending the knees, slow as you go. And if you want extra balance, reduce the support. If you don't. Seated option was practice of stepping out and then a slide back. Support if you'd like. Keep the knee low. The focus is on the slide back and generating extra movement in your knee bendage. There you go, knee bend practice and extra back of thigh efforts. Then we had press downs behind. Again, this is wrists and back of arms. All of those actions and muscles that push you up out of bed in positions. Could be up from the floor. Could be it could be out of chairs. Actually, generally tends to be more in front for chairs. But anything happening round there-ish. And then our last one was the other direction, a tug and a bend. And you're going to be generating extra activity in your everyday lifting muscles and shoulders. That's it. How's that? 13 minutes in the bag, in the benefits bag. Is it a good day for washing? Good day for washing. Thank you, Miss P. What's the date? Thursday 24th, Wednesday 24th. Happy birthday to me mum. I don't think she's there. Chaos is with you for the 4 p.m. today. Thanks for your message, Maya. And I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Might be me in the morning, not too sure. All right, crowbar it all in. Yes, the Gillians, G and J. And then midday structure movement. Have a good afternoon. You too, Sandra. I'll send you a message, okay? All right, bye for now.